What happens when one of your favorite watch brands goes up market? Do you feel priced out? Do you feel the need to hold on to your pieces even harder now? Let's take a closer look at what happened with me and this watch in my collecting journey. Hey guys, my name is Ed Jelly. I'm a contributing editor here at Worn & Wound, and today we're talking about the Tudor Black Bay 36 Blue. Rewind to 2018, I guess I was a little bit, feeling like I wanted a new watch, scroll on Instagram, and this little guy pops on my feed. It was something different than what I had seen at the time. I wanted like a solid, go anywhere, do anything watch, but the blue dial on this Black Bay 36 is what really stuck out to me. It's a very unique shade of blue in a very cool little package. So today we're gonna take a closer look at this little watch from Tudor. The Black Bay 36 Blue really spoke to me because of its compact size, its nice water resistance, its slim case, and really just its ability to go anywhere and do anything. So the Tudor Black Bay 36 is, like its name implies, is a 36mm case, stainless steel, 150 meters of water resistance, and an oyster style bracelet. It's got applied indices on the dial and Tudor's signature set of snowflake hands. So the case measures at 36mm wide with a 44mm lug to lug and just a 10.5mm thickness. The one weird thing is the 19mm lug width, but in my experience with the watch, it's really lived on the bracelet. It's a great bracelet, it's super solid, and it just looks the part. So the case features brushed and polished finishing, and you have a unique way where the crown attaches to the case. It's got this little aluminum metal ring that kind of sets it off the case. This was kind of controversial at the time, but I think it's a little design detail that just kind of reminds us of where Tudor was and where they got to today. So it features slab sides, curved lugs, and a smooth bezel. So it kind of has like a Rolex Explorer 1 vibe, but with a much more friendly price tag. And that's kind of what drew me to the watch initially, was something that could fit in that Explorer 1 territory, but not cost you an arm and a leg. So the thing about the Black Bay 36 is it's not the Black Bay 36 anymore. It's the Black Bay 136. And that edition of the 1 didn't just add $2,000 to the price tag, it added a couple different features. So instead of the ETA 2824 top grade movement, you now have a Tudor in-house movement, which is gonna bump that price tag up considerably. You also have a sunburst finish dial and a 5-link Jubilee style bracelet. So the vibe from like oyster bracelet, plain bezel dial with gloss finish that's pretty plain, turns this kind of adventure, go anywhere, do anything into a dressier, everyday casual watch. So I think for me personally, I'm happier with the older model where they kept that kind of ruggedness to it instead of that upmarket, more polished take on the watch. So for me, outside of the sunburst dial and the different bracelet, the price is a factor. Back in 2018, I purchased mine for like 1,800 bucks, lightly pre-owned, down from $2,900 retail, and now we're well into the 4,000s. So this kind of like rough and tumble little watch that still has that like Tudor pop and fit and finish and polish to it lost its identity a bit from like a more casual collector's standpoint. It's no longer as accessible, and going up market, well, it's not a bad thing. I'm sure there's still a large market for a watch that sort of mimics more of the Datejust Oyster Perpetual thing versus the Explorer 1 crowd that probably resonates more with this watch. So just that alone for me doesn't really hit. The watch doesn't really hit anymore. It kind of loses its identity in with the rest of Tudor's catalog. That it's just this nebulous, like, okay, who's this for? I don't know. It's a dressy watch. It's almost $5,000. There's a lot of competition in that price range. And for me, like the $1,800, like you could still wear it while dressing up, or you can wear it fishing, or you can wear it anywhere. But it just felt like a little compliment to like my everyday life that I enjoyed wearing all the time. So a couple of the things for me that really sold me on the watch was like the first thing, I'll be honest, was the dial. This blue gloss dial is a real chameleon. Depending on the light that it's in, it kind of almost changes color. It can be anywhere from like a dark inky blue in a darker setting to in broad daylight, just this bright punchy blue. And it's just one of my colors. It works well for me. Typically I'm a black dial watch guy. So bringing this watch into my collection gave me a pop of color that I might not have been able to get with something else. So the blue dial really spoke to me. I wasn't dead set on the snowflake hands, but in context, they're great. And one of the little details that has made its way out of Tudor's catalog is the smile dial. If you notice on the dial, the bottom self-winding text is curved and just looks like a little smile. I think that's fun. Watches should be, have a degree of fun to them, just that it's not super serious, but it still looks great on the watch was big for me. Also the dial finishing. I love the applied indices. I love the healthy hit of lume. It kind of brings that like dressier, smaller case size into the rugged territory where you can see it at night. You can wear this with, while doing activities and going from darkness to light, you can still read the watch, which is important to me. It's a dressier version of a tool watch at its heart, and that's what really sold me on it. So now what? I've told you about the watch. I've told you where Tudor is gone with their Black Bay now 1 lineup. And where do I stand with the Black Bay 36? I actually ended up selling it. It wasn't seeing as much wrist time as I would have liked it. Some other stuff in my collection kind of bumped it out of favor, and I'm more of a user than a collector. I don't really love having a box full of watches that I don't use. So for me, if you don't use it, you lose it. And that's what happened to me with the Black Bay 36. However, I do find myself missing it. This was borrowed from a colleague here at Worn & Wound. Shout out Kyle for holding on to the Black Bay 36. I really do think that this one is gonna be kind of a future classic. It's got those features that we as watch collectors look for, and it stands out from the pack. And I think that's something that Tudor has lost. They lost the plot just a little bit in their new lineup because it is that much dressier. There's nothing that's quite as affordable as this watch. I mean, even picking it up new was sub $3,000, and now we're just nipping at the heels of $5,000. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have it, if you can budget for it, if you move a couple pieces in your collection, sure. Watch collecting can be a deeply personal thing and depend on budget and taste and so many different things. But for me, the Black Bay 36 just represented this fun little watch, and really you got a lot for your money. And I ended up selling it for the exact same price that I paid for it nearly 6 years later, which kind of says a lot about the longevity and the timelessness of the Tudor Black Bay 36. So for me personally, I don't see adding the newer version to my collection, but I do find myself missing the Black Bay 36 in blue. I'll be honest, even being here making this video with someone else's watch has kind of got me thinking again, like, could this one make it back into the collection? We'll see. Thanks for watching. My name is Ed Jelly. I'm a contributing editor here at Worn & Wound. Why don't you let us know in the comments if you've ever had a watch that you got rid of and regretted it? Have you ever had a watch that the new model just doesn't hit as hard? Let us know in the comments. We're happy to talk about it, and we'll catch you in the next video.